YouTube started off with short videos, for sure. Cat videos, 10 seconds long. Those were the days. How long should my videos be on YouTube? Today, I'm gonna give my take on this age-old question when it comes to uploading on this platform. If you're new here, my name is Steven Su. I help you achieve your goals on YouTube, whether it is building a business and using video marketing as leverage, or coming from a place of passion and trying to increase brand awareness and find something out of creating content on this platform. I decided to tackle this topic just because, firstly, people ask me this all the time, and I feel like, I'll show you this video, you know who you are, I'll show this to you, and everything should be good. And the other reason why is because I've been in this industry for so long, and I feel like everybody has had their own take on it. Just a few days ago, I heard somebody say 8 minutes being the ideal length on YouTube, which is right or incorrect as well, depending on the perspective. So there's a lot of different opinion when it comes to how long your content should be, and it is my goal today to clear up any confusion, and hopefully less people will be asking this question and I'm able to give you some guidance. To talk about video length on YouTube, I can talk about the history really quickly because I always like to talk about perspective. I like to give context. YouTube started off with short videos, for sure. Cat videos, 10 seconds long. Those were the days. Those were the content that was killing it on the platform. As more people started making content, making longer content, as technology continued to improve, that's when we saw more and more content become. And that is when a lot of content, whether it is gameplay, whether it is commentary, as more and more content evolved, it became longer and longer. And on top of that, YouTube started tracking watch time, which pretty much is how many minutes each video is accumulated, which meant that if your video accumulated more watch time, you are most likely making better content versus a video that's creating less watch time. Therefore, the YouTube algorithm stepped into place. And from that time on, YouTube started promoting longer and longer content, and those good old days of cat videos, of pranks that are less than a minute long, or parkour, those videos fell into oblivion. And now we have videos that are 10 minutes long, 20 minutes most of the time. We see a lot of comedians, stand-up, late night talk show hosts. They're all making way longer content because that is what YouTube likes. So let's get that straight first. Aside from how long the video should be, YouTube tracks watch time, which is why we tend to go towards longer content because more watch time will be accumulated. I like to tell my clients that it's almost like a currency on YouTube. It's a sense of value, that the more watch time a channel is accumulated, the more value a channel has. Watch time is not easy to come by unless if you're using engagement pods, which you know who I'm talking about. And aside from that one, you basically have to have good quality content in order for watch time to be accumulated. Therefore, it's valuable for you to be able to accumulate that as much as possible. So what is the number? What should we be going for? You might already know this if you're already a client or a friend who asks me about YouTube all the time. The thing about the length is that it is really specific on the content and the industry that you are in. I always tell them, actually back then, I would say around 10 minutes long. And that's also because ad revenue starts generating higher after the 10-minute mark. But I also say the 10-minute mark because that was kind of just the standard. And what we realize is that sometimes when we say 8 minutes, when they say 10 minutes, it's not that it's the best length. It's just the fact that everybody is doing that length. So if people see that's the trend, they continue to do it. And when people start finding success from that, then people start saying, oh, 10 minutes is the way to go when it comes to making content. If you want to have mid-roll ads, if you want to make more ad revenue on your channel, 10 minutes is the minimum length of your video. That is a fact. That is something that you cannot change. However, if we're looking for the performance of a video, you want to keep the length of the video according to what value your content has. That is what is most important when it comes to your content at the end of the day, because what I don't want to see is one of you out there who has content that is only worth 5 minutes, and because you heard me say that it should be 10 minutes long, you end up filming a 10-minute video, and then you come back to me and be like, Steven, this video has only 3 minutes of watch time, average view duration. What the hell? And I'm gonna say, well, you want to have more watch time, but more importantly, you need to make sure you're providing value for your audience. Otherwise, they are just going to drift away and watch another video instead. So that's kind of the short answer. I guess the short answer, because I know this video has already been 5 minutes long, but that's kind of the idea, is that the length of the video depends on the value that you bring to the video and the content in the first place. Now that's the reason why some people succeed making videos that are 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long, an hour long, because they are able to keep the audience watching. And when YouTube sees that, YouTube is going to continue to push content that is like his. Therefore, if you are thinking of making longer content and you're not sure if they should be that long, the easiest thing I would say is share it with somebody, for example, who have no idea what you're doing, and see how long they want to watch your content. Because even for me, and I am guilty of that as well, because I like to talk about different things when it comes to the video, and sometimes it can be too difficult or it can be too niche. So the goal here is to find the sweet spot. So if you are worried that it's too long, think about how much value you're conveying in your content and adapt to it accordingly. Now, on the other hand, if your content is really short and it's always been really short, and you're thinking, I should be making this longer, and you're wondering how long my video should be in that sense, that is when I go back to the idea of being detail-oriented. And this is something I'm guilty of as well. Sometimes when I talk about YouTube, especially with all the terms, with all the jargon, with all the concepts, I end up going over some things that people might not understand. And there was a saying about like how most of the time when you're learning something for the first time, you retain 30% of it. So that's why if your content is too short and you're trying to accumulate more watch time, you want to get more ROI when it comes to the videos that you're doing, you need to make sure that you are being detail-oriented, you're providing value, and that way you have a good balance in terms of a longer length of your content without sacrificing the quality of your content, versus having a short video where you feel like you're providing value, but it's definitely not accumulating watch time. One more example I can give to you when it comes to how the length of the video affects watch time is all you have to do is think about there are 2 videos that are uploaded at the same time on YouTube. One is 10 minutes long, one is 5 minutes long. Both of them are talking about the exact same thing. And the longer video essentially is able to accumulate way more watch time. And that's not even factoring in the quality of the content. If the quality of the content is the same, the maximum amount of watch time that the 5-minute video can accumulate is only going to be 5 minutes. But if it's the 10-minute video, then that's going to accumulate 10 minutes, which means double the amount of watch time, which will scale to a higher amount of recommendations on the YouTube algorithm, and ultimately you'll be making more ad revenue, you'll be getting more viewership, subscribers, and exposure for your platform. Alright, hopefully that has been an informative video for you. As always, if you want to work with me, links are in the description. Check out my website to see what I have to offer. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.